illegal roommate. Outbox the hoe. Literally said I got vibes in a possible. But don't go against Ricky, impossible. I can't do it all this on popsicle. Then these hoes couldn't bow with a toxico. Your lipstick smells like a cheap hotel. Diamond watches and a gold chain. Can't my crown turn around. The boys always spending all the money on. The boys always spending all the money on love. We get high, fuck a bunch of girls, and then cry on top of the world. I hope you have the time of your life. I hope I don't lose it. Did you ever really let me see it? Pull up in the twist on, pussy on. I don't even break when I'm backing up. I swear on a nigga if he acting up. I done push more faces in the places. You money by the million, fuck a day break. Your thoughts of flame. I'm going like a newborn babe. The dollars in their eyes got 'em blinded by a masquerade. The boys always spending all their money on. The boys always spending all their money on love. We get high, fuck a bunch of girls, and then cry on top of the world. I hope you have the time of your life. I hope I don't lose it. Going to them good late ones. Good to the sun, carry them for 8 months. And if you're premature, your money to the core. I'm liking you a second so you can go to the tour. Oh, that's a new girl, I got that mid-grade. What the fuck, I see on your face with the switchblade. Or the razor, hit a razor. She my son here, like Daddy Razor. Scoop me hater, I get that loop with pick with them V-necks. These are the guys, keep right, keep right. That's all I'm making, be chillin'. I'm keep hurting the feelings because you never be judging. You couldn't even be tipping, you couldn't even be tripping. You can't afford a vacation, I'm not engaged to hate. Cause I know that hate for the hate. You mad dusty, you a little dusty possum. I just come through with the fix like my name was Blossom. We get high, fuck a bunch of girls, and then cry on top of the world. I hope you have the time of your life. I hope I don't lose it tonight. We get high, fuck a bunch of girls, and then cry on top of the world. I hope you have the time of your life. I hope I don't lose it tonight. The boys always spending all their money on. The boys always spending all their money on love. The boys always spending all their money on. The boys always spending all their money on love.
She was a Cassie, but apparently it timed out. So, yeah, that song was The Boys by Nicki Minaj featuring Cassie, but that was the Nightcore version. And, until we get done with, from now on I'm going to be playing songs off my Nightcore, playlist, which is on the Sonic 1245. So if you guys want to go do that, go to the first link and go to the second link in the description, because the first link now is always the song that I play. So if you guys want to hear the whole Nightcore thing, just watch the beginning of these videos, and then, or just go to the Sonic 1245 and just go to the playlist and look at the Nightcore one, and then I have a whole bunch of Nightcore songs, just random ones that I put on there. There are some Hannah Montana ones, but I was bored, and those songs sounded really good in Nightcore. So, last chapter, we found out that Daryl and Hunter now are boyfriends, and in the last chapter, my question to you, who do you think was on the phone? Was it his father? Was it his mother? Was it both of them? Or was it October? So Chapter 10, yes, sir. He groaned angrily. Where the hell are you? I'm at friends. He laughed cloudly. Ha, you have no friends. Don't lie to me. Again, and it's extra punishment for you. Now get your ass home, he yelled and hung up. I dropped my phone and covered my face with my hands as I started to cry. He pulled me onto his lap and I buried my head in his chest. Shh, it's gonna be okay. He cooed. I nodded and pulled away. Do you want me to drive you home, he asked. I nodded. He lifted me up and kissed my forehead. He carried me all the way down to his car. I was still crying like a baby. Crying like a baby, I was. He gently placed me into the passenger seat. I brought my knees up to my chest, wanting him to hold me again. He quickly got in the car and looked over me with worried eyes. He pulled me back onto his lap and lifted my chin so he could see my hideous face. Please stop crying. It kills me to see you in so much pain. He wiped away my tears and embraced me with a soft kiss. I crawled back over to the passenger's side as he started the car. The car ride was silent. It's just cat ride. Car ride was silent. I saw my house come into view. I started snacking with fear. I burst out crying again. He pulled up to the side, walked into my front house. He crawled over to me. It's okay. I'm here. He cooed as I cried in his chest. Do you want me to come in with you? I shook my head and pulled away. No, I don't want you to see what's gonna happen. His eyes grew wide. You're scaring me. I can't let you go in there alone. I don't want you to get hurt, he said, pulling me closer. I sighed and pulled away from him. I quickly kissed his cheek and opened the door, falling out. I quickly got up and ran to my porch. I opened the door, slowly stepping in and closing the door. My dad was standing there with an evil smirk, playing at his lips. Okay, if you guys don't like Daryl's parents, I suggest you stop watching, or just mute this next part, and when I go like this, you can unmute it. So when I go like this, when I do this on the camera, you can unmute it. So hit mute right now if you don't want to hear what happens. I swallowed the lump back into my throat. As Dave walked closer to me, he grabbed my hair and yanked it back, making my head slam against the wall. I yelped in pain. He started hitting me. First, he punched me in the stomach like 8 times. Slapped me a few times, punched my face a few times. He banged my head into the door, making me fall to the cold, hard ground. He left just for a second ago, probably to get a glass cup to throw at me. My eyes grew wide as he walked back with a glass cup. I knew it. We go through so many glass cups, and he likes to blame it for me. They go to garage sales to get crappy cups to throw them at me. He towered over me and started kicking me, yelling, "You worthless shit!" He stopped and threw the glass cup down on me. I shielded my face with my hands. Okay, guys, I'm sorry that this is, like, really freaky. I don't know if you guys watched on, but if you did, I just hope your parents aren't like this. If they are, if you have a boyfriend, if you're a guy and you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or if you are a girl and have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or whatever your significant other is, if you are a teenager like me, and what happens in the next chapter happens to you, you need to literally call the cops and literally go live with your significant other. Now, a story like this, he still gets beat up like usual, but this is even more horrifying than anything I've ever read in the story. But parents like this are not allowed to even have a child. But as you guys know, I told you is Luke, the boy who literally used Daryl, which we don't know why or how they broke up, but they broke up somehow. Luke comes back in the story, and it's so horrifying of how this plays out. I'm just going to tell you one thing, because I don't want to give too much of the story away, because we're not even there yet. Luke comes back, and he has his, like, little annotation, like, what he's like now and who he looks like and everything else. Just know that Luke is more Daryl's mom and dad treat Luke like their own son. They love him more than they love their own son Daryl, just because Daryl is gay. And adding on to that, Luke is gay as well. So why do they love Luke and not Daryl? It will never be known. But just trust me, after the story, it will get a lot, and literally, I mean a lot better. But one thing that made me sad is what happens, because I think this story, this book series, is over. When we get to that last book, it ends abruptly, and it made me cry reading the ending, because I grow so close to Daryl. I mean, at the end of these books, something happens to Daryl, and it's the end of the books. And it never goes on to say what exactly happens to his new boyfriend, significant other, and his 2 kids after. So, trust me, I will try not to cry, but when I was reading it in my head, when I was still with, I believe it was Ryan, my boyfriend, yeah, when I was with him, I was reading it, and I crawled into bed crying, and he called me, and I answered, and I was crying while he was talking to me. He was like, "What's wrong?" I just read the story, and it's really horrifying of what happens to Daryl. Who's Daryl? I'll send you the link tonight. Give me your email, and I'll send it to you. I did, and he found out why I was crying. But he liked the book, and I liked it too, except the ending of the 3rd book. But yeah, if you also, I keep forgetting to do this. Little Miss Imperfect read the made the story. So if you guys know who Little Miss Imperfect is, please comment on her story. Say, you need to keep going. I heard this guy is reading a story, and he's reading it, and he's not happy with the ending of the 3rd book. I believe there's only 3. I think my sister's boyfriend, there are 4 parts. There's 4 books. I don't know if I will be reading that one, because that one might scare a lot of my viewers, because trust me, when I read it, I didn't even want to stay home alone anymore, because, yeah. So, I might read it, but that's a story for a different time. Because we still have to get done with this one, and back to school. After back to school, I think I have an idea for a book. It's called, My Stepbrother? Let me check quick. I don't know, it's off Wattpad, the one where the Justin Bieber and Austin Mahone books are off of. I just need to look at the story again, because I read it twice. And then I'm reading the spin-off of 2 boys that are in the 1st book, called, where is it? It's down here. My Stepbrother, ? That book will be coming after we finish back to school, and I think we're almost done with back to school. But back to school, I don't know if it's done yet, so I will have to I might need to pre-read that to see when it's done. And then once we're done with back to school, we'll go to My Stepbrother, and then after that, it will be Rebound, but Newfounded. Yeah, Newfound. So, Rebound, but Newfound, will be after that, and that's by the same person, My Stepbrother, and Rebound, but Newfound. So those 2 books are by the same person, and also back to school, but, forget that, we're talking about Little Miss Imperfect. Little Miss Imperfect is, I have to say, a great writer. She does a lot of good stuff. I actually enjoyed her books. They're really good. I think I should look at more of her books, but that's it for this. This video's gone on pretty long, and I don't want to waste any more time, because I have to do some stuff. So, until next time, and yeah, I'm not running this. And until next time, gay is okay, just ask the GSA. Mwah?